Alright, phase 3. Troposphere regulator. My monthly custom, oiling gun build 1. Once I start, it takes about an hour of solid work. Maybe it's because it's hotter than last month, but I notice I'm soaked in sweat. Actually, I did maintenance in my school uniform last month, and Kai almost saw my underwear. Remember that? That was awkward. But today I'm in my work clothes, so I got nothing to worry about. Plus, it doesn't matter how much I sweat. I put the oiler back on the shelf. I pop open a lukewarm skull that's been sitting around for a few hours. The wind is pretty strong today. My sweat actually cools me down, making me feel a little chilly. I lean up against the hangar wall and look up at the incomplete gun build 1. A lot has changed in a month. I went to Tokyo, did well at Robo 1, and the club has a new member. Still stored with its upper and lower body separate, gun build 1 obviously doesn't reply. I pick up the notebook sitting on the shelf and flip through the pages. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Stop that. There. This is the production notebook for the gun build project. It's basically the last 9 years of Robot Club history. Completion of gun build 1 is, as of 2019, stuck at around 70%. No new sections have been added after I became president. The upper body section stands upright, but it doesn't have arms or a head. It's basically just a big block. The design on the chest kind of looks like a pair of eyes, so the whole torso resembles a face. The armor is pretty much complete. Most of the upper body is occupied by the cockpit, though I guess it'd be more accurate to say that the column-shaped cockpit is covered and hidden by the armor. The cockpit hasn't been wired up yet, so all it has is a seat with a backrest. The arms and head haven't been added yet since they're not important. They're just decorative, they don't move. For the record, both arms are already complete, they've been sitting in a corner of the hangar for years. I can read, I swear. As a personal aside, we definitely have to reproduce Gunvarrel's trademark scarf. But by my calculations, I'll need a long cloth around 7 to 8 meters in length, so it'll be hard on the budget. The lower body is lying down on the floor. The main section of gun build 1 isn't the upper body, it's this one. The greatest and sole function of gun build 1 is to walk, after all. The legs are extremely important. Although only the right leg is complete. It's supposed to have 6 servo motors, but I only have 3. That's why I can't build the left leg. Out of everything on gun build 1, those cost the most. Those servo motors are too big, so they have to be custom made. By the way, the one making them for us is none other than Doc at the Robot Clinic. That oldie but goodie is really skilled when it comes to these things. Oldie but goodie. That's cute. But I can't pay him back, which means I still can't go over there yet. If I showed up at the Robot Clinic without his money, he'd ice me in a heartbeat. Anyway, that's why progress on gun build 1 has been less than satisfactory. It's frustrating that I've barely had anything to add to the production notebook. I sigh, then look outside. The boys, Kai and Subaru, are playing with their hobby robot. They both have serious expressions on their faces. They have zero intention of helping me with maintenance. But in some ways, that's kind of refreshing. She really is optimistic. It was this past spring when the Robot Club dropped down to 2 members. I'd be out of breath in the hangar, covered in sweat and oil, while Kai sat around happily playing games. Even though Subaru's joined the crew, nothing has changed. Despite the last month being so eventful. Nothing's changed at all. Are we really going to be able to complete Gun Build 1 before the expo? A strong wind blows across the old airport apron. It's way too strong, causing M45 at my feet to shake and lean to the side. Subaru manages to support it with his hands before it topples over. I stretch out while still holding my phone droid, vacantly gazing out at the runway. The sky to the west is dyed a light orange.
Subaru-kunさ、何ですか？ロボワン3回優勝したんだよね。で、優勝賞金っていくらだった？それぞれ500万です。
Jesus.
それどうしてるの？親に持ってかれた？必要最低限の額だけ残して、他は寄付しました。え、そうなの？そりゃもったいないね。なんで？
はい。
まだ学生です。
Really?
残りの管理もロボワン事務局に任せてます。M45 のパーツ代とか遠征費とかが必要になった時に事務局に連絡して引き出してるんです。ストイックだね。職人かたぎか。でもなんか事務局とべったりとも取れるけど、実はひいきしてもらってたりするんじゃないの？そう思いたければどうぞ。
It's quite the accusation. I, of all people, know how skilled he is after our match.
ああ、しかし喉乾いた。スバルくんさ、ちょっとコンビニまでひとっ走りしてジュース買ってきてくれない？俺フルーツサワーメロン、あとアキちゃん用にスコールも。お断りします。可愛げのない後輩だな。先輩面しないでくれますか？そういう前時代的な上下関係はヘドが出ます。それに僕はロボ部に望んで入ったわけじゃありませんから。でも暑くない？冷たいジュースを飲みたい気分でしょう。自販機が近くにあればな。ほんと不便な場所だよ。僕にとっては理想的な環境ですが。本気で言ってる？ええ、こんなに広くて人がいない場所はね。今まではこそこそ隠れて M45 をメンテしていたので。マスクマンは大変だね。
Masked man. He might have reasons beyond that. Oh, you think?
こいつ全然動かないんだけど。
For the last while now, no matter how much I tinker with my phone droid, M45 doesn't budge. Subaru apparently spent the last few days implementing the KB control system into M45.
プログラムのどこかにミスがあったか。さすがに1日じゃどうにもならんでしょう。俺にテストプレイさせるならさ、もうちょっと洗練させてから持ってきてよ。昨日、種子島新さんのプログラムを真似て作ってみようと思ったんですが、これは中途半端な知識では難しいかもと思い始めました。ブレアデス君ともあろうものが弱気じゃないか。
Ninny. Such a ninny.
僕はソフトウェアじゃありませんからね。どちらかといえばハードの方が得意なんです。それ言い訳？キルバラの操縦システムを再現できないって言うなら俺は降ろさせてもらうよ。
I make my intent clear, and Subaru bites his lip, frustrated.
やはりフルゴーリと話をつけるしかないか。ヤシオくん。
Oh, she's here. I hear a voice I wasn't expecting and turn around to find a tiny girl standing before me. When our eyes meet, she bows slightly.
こんにちは。
ああ、やっぱりちっちゃい。
Oh my god, so rude. Such a dick.
なんでもないよ。それより大徳さんはどうしてこんなところに？
この前ヤシオくんが言ったんだよ。一度でいいから顔出してって。
もしかしてロボ部入るの？
そういうわけじゃ。ただ受験勉強するのって嫌になるよね。
Daitoku-san has a bashful expression on her face.
それについては 100% 賛成するよ。
Man, I didn't think she'd actually show up. She must really have a lot of free time now that she's retired from the karate club. This is my chance. When I first forced Subaru into the club, I figured he'd have to follow Akio's orders. I'd be free as a bird to game. Yet I somehow ended up playing hobby robot with him. Hell, I can't even monitor Akio all that much now. Everything blew up in my face. But if I have this... but if I have this stray little lamb watching over Akio, I can at least relax a little. Though she seems a wee bit unreliable. Pot? Meet kettle. But hey, since she did karate, she should have solid reflexes. She might even be able to take my place as Gunbuild 1's pilot. Yeah, I don't want to get in that murder machine. Let's send this girl to her death. Meanwhile, on the news, I made it sound all grand and stuff, but we aren't actually doing much as a club. Subaru shows less than zero interest in Daitoku-san as he packs M45 away.
Subaru-kun, Daitoku-sanに挨拶したら、仮にも君より上級生なんだからさ。どうも。
Subaru briefly glances at Daitoku-san, then bows his head slightly.
彼はロボ部機体のホープ2年の日高スバル君。先週入部したばっかり。
あ、その、大徳です。
Well, this is awkward. He has zero social skills. Again, pot, kettle. At least Akio knows Daitoku-san. I'll just leave things to her. I'm about to call into the hangar when a strong gust of wind blows by. Despite doing karate, the wind causes Daitoku-san to lose her balance.
ここ遮るものが何もないから風強いんだよね。
あ、大丈夫。でも広いね。私この空港久しぶりに来た。
Normal people don't really tend to visit closed airports.
滑走路で寝るのがおすすめ。ただし今の時期は昼間に寝ると死ねるから気をつけて。
なんだか気持ちよさそう。
As soon as I think I hear a shout, Akio comes dashing out of the hangar. She looks back and forth at me and Daitoku-san's faces like she's panicking.
ついにどっちか告白しちゃった。
What? Excuse?
あきちゃん、何くだらないこと言ってんの？
じゃあなんで？
Daitoku-san curls up, but I urge her forward.
そのロボ部の見学に。そうなんだ。そっか、そっちか。
Akio's smile covers what seems like her entire face as she grabs both of Daitoku-san's hands firmly.
ようこそ歓迎するよ。ハンガーの中覗いてってほしいな。ガンツクワンを見たらね、きっとびっくりするよ。そのお邪魔じゃなければ。全然、ぜひ見てて。それでロボ部に入ってくれると嬉しいな。もうね、最近そっちの男子2人がうちのこと無視してホビーロボでばっかり遊んでるんだよ。あ、ホビーロボっていうのは今スバルが片付けようとしてるちっちゃいロボのことね。でね、男子は男子で勝手にやってるから大徳さんが入ってくれればうちも女子連合軍を作れるわけ。
軍って誰と戦ってるんですか？
男子。
くだらないですね。
For once we agree. Subaru coldly spits out his words, then starts messing with the program source code on his phone droid attached to M45. And there he goes, off to his own little world. Dude just follows his own path.
もしかして私遅らせちゃった？
I mean, that's his default.
いつもあんな感じだから気にしないでいいと思うよ。
ええ、気にしないでください。
ねえ、そんなことより大徳さん、今日この後一緒にロボクリニックに行ってくれない？なんで？パーツを加工するのにさ、あそこの設備をどうしても使わなきゃいけなくて。でもうち実はドクから借金踏み倒し中なんだ。顔合わせたら確実にひねり殺されちゃう。ひねり？というわけで孫の大徳さんを盾にすればなんとかなるかなーって。
I was about to say, you already tried this. Didn't you try this exact same strat before Robo 1 and fall on your face?
アキちゃんには卑怯者という称号を送るよ。
無理だから。
Daitoku-san enters full rejection mode. Her eyes are filled with tears as she desperately shakes her head from side to side.
お邪魔しました。私、帰るね。
I don't blame her at all. Run as fast as you can.
だから行かないで、見学してって。
And she's gone. Good grief. Could Akio be any worse at trying to solicit people? Akio ends club before sunset, then decides to hold a welcome party at the Ire General Store.
それじゃあ、新入部員のスバルとジュン
Oh,
を
she's still
歓
here.
迎して乾杯。
乾杯。
She actually stuck around. I'm amazed.
乾杯。
I'm actually impressed by how uncoordinated that was.
スバル、あなたのこと歓迎してるんだから少しはありがたがってよ。
別に頼んでませんから。おごってもらって感謝はしていますが、これを飲んだら先に帰らせてもらいます。
He then put some distance between himself and us, drinking his bottle of barley tea.
相変わらず可愛くない後輩だな。ほらほら、ジュンは遠慮せずにグビッといっちゃってよ。グビッと。
まるでおっさんだね。
And when exactly did she start referring to Daitoku-san as June? The long and the short of it is that Daitoku-san joined the robot club today after visiting. As I expected, Daitoku-san is helplessly weak when it comes to being pressured. And so we took full advantage of that.
楽しかったよ。楽しかったけど、まさか今日のうちに入部してるなんて自分でも思ってなくて、なんかびっくりしてる。
アキちゃんが拝み倒してたからな。
Satisfied with herself, the president sips her skull.
ロボ苦手って言ってたけど、あのでかいロボは平気だった？
多分大丈夫。大きいのはまだ完成してないからだけなのかもしれないけど、でも小さいのは可愛くて平気だったよ。その話うちもさっき聞いたんだけど、ロボが苦手っていうよりね、ジュンの場合は特定のデザインの等身大ロボだけが苦手なんじゃないかな。具体的に言うとどこのところにあるロボね？
アキちゃん見たことあるよ。
Akiho shakes her head.
ロボクリニックに開かずの扉があるのは気になってたんだ。きっとあの中にあるんだよ。開かないならもうそのままにしておいた方がいいと思う。でも気になるじゃん。ロボクリニックって名乗ってるぐらいだからさ、人体を改造してロボにしちゃってたりして、あの倉庫に保管してあるロボは全部人間の脳を移植されてて、夜な夜な苦しみにうめく声が。
Really? I'm starting to think that, is this like Japanese Seinfeld where just everybody's awful, they're all awful people? It just... Good lord! Why? Why would you say that?
なんて嘘嘘。ドクはいい人だよ。ケチだけど。
You're one to talk, considering you haven't even paid him back for the parts.
大徳さんさ、俺もこれから純ちゃんって呼ばせてもらうけど。
どうぞ。
純ちゃんこの前宇宙が丘公園に行ってからレポート探したりした？
なんか
Everyone here's a bill. Right, they're all
怖くて。
so mean.
何
I think Kai is definitely the worst so far. He's just such an ass.
幽霊の正体。
何それ。宇宙が丘公園に幽霊が出るって噂があったの。
俺と純ちゃんの間では解決済みだけどね。
へえ、幽霊が出るなんて初めて知った。
Her information gathering antenna must be weak.
でもどうせあれでしょ。その幽霊実は怪でしたってオチでしょ。日が暮れてからあそこの公園でいっつもゲームばっかりやってるもんね。
まあそういうことにしとくよ。今度純ちゃんから詳しく聞けばいい。
It's too much of a pain in the ass to explain.
じゃあさ純ちゃん、ピーガー音の正体の方はその後進展あった？
Daitoku, Juna slumps her shoulders.
わかんないかな。
It's gotta have something to do with Irie. It was way too dark to venture into, but I bet there's something on the first floor. There has to be. I feel like there's no mistaking it. But I really don't need more trouble. Which is why I don't intend on investigating myself.
でもね、ほら、ヤシオくん、この前言ってたでしょ。46秒間のフリーズ。それニュース。
I mean, knowing Kai, he's gotta find someone who's afraid of the dark and convince them to go down. Yup, it was a bug-like phenomenon that occurred all throughout Japan. The cause is supposedly under investigation, but there's been no follow-up.
似たような現象起きてないかなって調べてみたの。そしたら過去にも結構起きてて、例えばこれは東京限定でのことなんだけど、何百万人っていう人数のポケコンに全く同じタイミングで一斉にメールが届くって現象が続発したんだって。
Exactly the same, eh?
同じ人が発信してたりして。個人じゃなかったみたい。緊急地震速報ってあるの知ってる？知ってる。地震が起きる直前になるんだよね。あれと同じ原理なんだって。一定のエリア内にいる人だけにキャリア会社がその情報を一斉送信するの。じゃあ緊急地震速報だったんじゃ。キャリア会社はそれを送ってないの。あれを物理的に送ることができるのはね、キャリア会社だけなのに。だから誰がどうやって送ったのか今も分かってないんだって。警告音は緊急地震速報のものが使われてたらしいんだけど、届いた内容がちょっと怖くて、カゴメカゴメの歌詞だったの。
カゴメ同様の？
Yuna lightly nods.
それが1ヶ月くらいの間に10回も20回も来たらしくて。
それいつの話？
That is incredibly creepy. Juna gulps as if she's hesitant to answer, then turns her gaze to me. What is it?
2012年の9月と2015年3月。
Ooh. I know I've seen those dates recently, but where? The Kimijima report. No, there's no goddamn way. It'd be ridiculous to force that connection. Would it really? This is just a coincidence. It's no big deal for this to match up. Now, if it was like 10 or 20 things, sure. There's no way that dead guy's delusion-filled testament is the real deal. Silence. The road in front of my eyes, the only national highway on this island, should have more cars driving by this hour. But there are none. The silence surrounding us is deeply discomforting.
さっき話していた46秒間のフリーズですが
Oddly enough, the one to break the silence is Subaru, who up till now added nothing to the conversation. Didn't he mention going home? He's clearly still hanging around.
ではなく医療の不具合が原因かもという議論もあります。
そうなんだ。
追放でそっち関係に詳しい学者とか専門家が独自に調査してるみたいで、イルオは今や全てのポケコンにプリインストールされてますからね。その不具合となれば当然日本中の全員に起きるわけです。
それって色を削除しちゃえば不具合も起きなくなるのかな。
さあそこまでは原因はまだ確定はしてませんから。じゃあ僕は帰りますんで。ジュースごちそうさまでした。
Subaru says without making eye contact with any of us. Then he gets on his scooter and zooms off. Your Pleiades away! It happens so fast that we don't have time to react.
Kai.
Oh. She scares me when she's got a serious look on her face. It's then that Mizuka-san pokes her head out from the store and beckons me over.
ちょっと
There are no customers inside the store.
ジュンってさ、子供の頃どんなアニメ見てた？サザオエさんとか、キテレツ百科事典とか。うわ、普通。
It's mainstream. I can hear Akiho and Juna talking outside the window behind the register. Mizuka-san quietly closes the window.
水香さんのハグは大丈夫？
ああ、暴走事故のこと？なんで知ってんのさ。
ネットじゃその噂で持ちきりだよ。いやごめん。ちょっと大げさに言った。
エグスケの人間は大丈夫だって言ってたけどね。
Mizuka-san shrugs her shoulders a little. She doesn't seem to be concerned.
昨日、宇宙が丘公園に行ってきたよ。
そうですか。
I instantly know what she's implying. This is about Ko Kimijima and Irie.
どこでその名前を。
Yeah, she knows some stuff. The day before yesterday, when I casually mentioned Ko Kimijima, Mizuka-san was very clearly shaken up.
で、会えた？
いや。
Mizuka-san then shoots a sharp glare at me.
あんた、私を担いだりしてるんじゃないだろうね。
I mean, how else would he know the name? Like,
まさか。
why is she so skeptical?
水香さんを騙すような真似したら後が怖いってことはよーく知ってるからね。人のせいにする前に水香さんこそちゃんとポケコン持って行ったわけ？あれがないと愛梨ちゃんは見えないよ。
持って行ったさ。
買ったの？
That's unexpected. Mizuka-san has constantly proclaimed she was an analog girl despite the phone droid's 90% adoption rate here.
ミッチーに借りてね。
あ、そう。
3時間くらい粘ってみたけど、どこにもいなかった。
Ko Kimijima. And the reason that just mentioning his name was enough to shake Mizuka-san. I heard all about it the day before yesterday.
どこで
え？
どこでその名前を。
何か知ってるわけ？
答えな。どこで君島の名前を。
宇宙が丘公園。廃墟の郷土館の中にさ、君島公って人が書いたらしいテキストデータがあった。
テキストって何さ。
テキストもわかんないの？アナクロ人間すぎでしょ。
カイ、今ここでパッションフルーツマンを2個連続で食いたいらしいね。
That's a threat?
勘弁してよ。テキストデータは要するに手紙みたいなものだって。
I hurriedly bring up the Kimijima report on my phone droid. Mizuka-san snatches it away from me and reads through the report, her expression deadly serious.
アイリっていう女の子を見たことは？
ある。水香さん、やっぱなんか知ってるでしょ。
知ってるよ。と言っても、そのレポートに書いてあるような小難しい話じゃない。10年くらい前、私はアイリと会ったことがあるのさ。
10年前。
Mizuka-san's eyes look distant, as if she's remembering the past. But there's no smile on her face, no sense of nostalgia. If anything, she looks kind of sad.
私がまだ高校生の頃で、アイリはミサと友達だった。君島公務ね。
I was shocked when I heard all of this the day before yesterday. The last thing I expected was for Airi and Ko Kimijima to be friends with Misane. But at the same time, it wasn't all that surprising. Uchugaoka Park is close to both my home and the Sennomiya's home, after all. The three of us would often play at the park when we were kids.
もう一度教えてくれないかい？どうやれば
What does .exe mean? Right, what is this .com everyone keeps speaking of?
宇宙が丘公園って言っても広いから行けば絶対に会えるってわけでもないと思うよ。どうもあいつ勝手にフラフラ動いてるらしいし。でも運よく近くにさえいれば。
I boot up Iro on my phone droid to make things a bit easier to explain.
イルオっていうソフトにちゃんと姿が映るはず。
I really need to get used to that. For a second, it felt like my heart stopped beating. I wasn't expecting it.
どうした？
Why? Why is she here? I look around the store through my phone droid. But I don't see her anywhere. Was I just seeing things? Or perhaps Airi has been following me around? Maybe there was another Airi here at the general store from the get-go? Either way, the fact that I only saw her for a split second makes her feel like a real ghost.
いや、勘弁してくれないかな。
And we're back here.
おーい、いるんでしょ？ちょっと出てきてくれないかな。
Once you're made aware of her existence, there's no putting her back in the box. That's why it pisses me off so much. Everything pisses this guy off. It's too late to wish I'd never noticed her. No matter how much we try to stay out of each other's way, ultimately she's still there. No pretending changes that.
それはアイリンに話してるんでしょうか？
I hear her voice. As long as my phone droid isn't in sleep mode, I can hear Airi's voice even if I can't see her. It actually gives me the chills. As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't be surprised if something like this got treated as a virus and erased.
アイリちゃんさ、聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
お兄ちゃんってまた呼んでもいいですか？
勝手にしてよ。
じゃあ、お兄ちゃん。
Her joyful tone kinda irks me.
お兄ちゃんがまた話してくれるなんて、アイリは嬉しいです。お話とは何でしょう？お天気の話ですか？明日7月12日の鹿児島県種子島・屋久島地方のお天気は。
天気の話はいい。
そうですか。
君さ、
I really wanted to tell you about the weather.
はい。
She admitted to it?
最近はお兄ちゃんに連れられてあちこち行きました。
At least she's honest.
学校とか旧空港とか慰霊商店とかお兄ちゃんのお家とかです。なんだか遠足みたいで楽しかったです。
Her words are so innocent that they sound like they're from a grade schooler's summer vacation diary.
つまりずっと俺についてきてたってこと？
ついていったんじゃなくて関連付けされているんです。
関連付け？
She's in the phone. She's in the phone.
レポート
She's in your
ファイ
phone.
ルです。
Oh, the file. Still. She's attached to the report file? What's that supposed to mean? Don't delete the file. Don't do it. She's got to be talking about the Kimijima report from the other day. And wait, where did that power mark disappear to? I don't see it through Iruo.
まさか俺のポケコンにレポートが移動した？
はい、そうなるみたいです。
本気で言ってる？あれってオリジナルデータなの？それをクリックしただけで移動しちゃうの？コピーじゃなく？
はい。
She looks lost. I'm guessing she doesn't understand. Time to call out Gejine. I tap on the Irie displayed on my phone droid for a few seconds. It's like equal parts creepy and adorable. Like I can't tell which it's more.
ゲジネモードに移行します。
今までの話は聞いてた？
把握しています。
で、コピーじゃなく移動って本当？
はい、カット&ペーストとなります。
レポートに関連付けられてた愛梨ちゃんは？
ヤシオさんのポケコンに移動しました。
マジか、聞いてないよ。
Feels like one big trap. I really should have just walked away after Gejine told me the password.
レポートファイルのすべてにアイリが関連付けられています。イルをマッピング中でのアノテーションに限定した場合、該当レポートファイル設置地点から半径 109.3 メートルの範囲内をアイリは移動可能です。
俺がレポートファイルを持ったまま移動した場合は？
レポートファイルの場所は GPS により追跡されています。移動した場合、該当のアイリも同じように移動します。
So basically, Irie is being dragged along by the file in my possession, meaning she's stuck to me. What if he goes offline? In that case, I gotta remove this girl, or app, from my phone droid ASAP. Otherwise, Irie will be visible in my phone droid 24/7. Plus, I don't think I can handle hearing her voice at all times. In class, when I'm asleep, in the bathroom.
レポートファイルを移動させたい。方法を教えてよ。
通常のアプリと同じ操作で実行可能です。ホーム画面に表示されているレポートファイルナンバー1のアイコンを操作してください。コピー、カット、ペースト、削除ができます。
オリジナルデータなら削除できちゃまずいんじゃない？誰が手に入れるかわからなかったのに。
パスワードによるプロテクトがかかっていました。ゲストユーザーはファイルを削除できません。
I mean, unless you just tell him the password.
ああ、そうだった、そうだった。
You kinda did. I was only able to access it because for some reason, Irie gave me the password. This really feels like a setup.
俺が誤って消しちゃったらどうするの？
Why don't you take a seat?
削除した場合、アイリおよびゲジネームも削除されます。
やっぱりそうなるよね。
Apparently there are other Iries, so I don't really mind deleting her, but I hesitate since it's the original data. I mean, this thing is like Kokimijima's last will and testament. It'd leave a bad taste in my mouth if I just got rid of it. It means I should just return it to its original location instead.
ペーストする場合はどうやるの？
イルを起動中にドラッグすれば好きな場所に貼り付けられます。
コピーしたら愛梨ちゃんも2人になる。
いいえ、オリジナルのレポートファイルの移動にアイリは引きずられます。コピーにはついていきません。
Then perfect, that's settled. I search for the file on my phone droid, simultaneously launch Iruo, and drag the file out.
どう？
レポートファイルナンバー1はドラッグされた場所に移動しました。位置情報北緯30度40分、東経130度90
This
分。
is such a weird system. Science.
よしと。
Now I don't have to drag an AR girl around with me wherever I go. I feel like I've been exorcised of an evil spirit or something. Always comes back to ghosts with this guy.
ちなみに愛梨ちゃんさ、変なウイルスのキャリアになってたりしないよね。レポートにアクセスする人間に片っ端からウイルスを伝染してるとかやめてくれよ。タチが悪すぎる。
該当する愛梨およびゲジネーについては自己診断によりウイルス感染は確認されていません。
だったら一安心。
Assuming Gejine isn't lying. Do AIs even lie? Nah. What a stupid question. Maybe I'm unconsciously treating Irie like a human being since she can talk like a human. There are all sorts of apps just like this. They're pretty popular even. Some people are really, really lonely. I've bought a few in the past, but I'd always get tired of them after like a week. Anyhow, I hold my finger down on Irie's face. Just the face.
ゲジネーを終
Right in
了
the
します。
face. Poke her right in the eyes.
お兄ちゃん、お天気知りたいですか？それともこれでお別れですか？
Like an on-off switch, she's back to normal. Her tone and expression are kind of sad and lonely looking. She certainly knows how to pander. But I won't be fooled. Plenty of other apps do this too. Plus, I have more important business. I can ask her about the one other thing I wanted to confirm.
愛梨ちゃん
I
さ、
I
ミサネのこと知ってる？
ミサネって何ですか？
人の名前、瀬宮美咲。
美咲のことなら知ってます。お友達です。
へえ。
Mizuka-san was telling the truth.
最近あった？
いいえ、美咲は今のお兄ちゃんみたいに愛梨のことを置いていっちゃいました。
Stop! You can't do
何それ
that.
皮肉？だとしたら随分高度な AI だな。
愛梨は頭はいい方です。
Can't just play with someone's emotions like that. For reasons beyond me, she looks pretty happy. It's these oddly human bits of hers that make me mad.
ミサネとは一緒に遊んだりしたわけ？
お話をしてくれました。その日、学校であったことやお友達の話が多かったです。水香、恵子、光彦、雄一、メイ、高見。秋穂の話もよく聞きました。カイトとゲームをした話もしていました。
Aw.
俺のことも？
美咲はいつもお兄ちゃんをゲームでコテンパンにしていると言ってました。
Bodied!
ですよね。
Bodied!
ですよ。
Why did she have to bring up my childhood trauma? Yeah, it's true that Misane used to body me at games when I was a kid. But you know, I'd get so happy when I did win that I'd jump all over the place. Now's not the time to go down on a trip down memory lane.
他にはミサネと何してた？
お話ばっかりです。どこかに遊びに行くことはなかったです。
どんな話？
さっき言いましたよ。その日、学校であったことやお友達の話、カイトの話。
それじゃ普通すぎる。
普通すぎない友達とはどんな友達ですか？
いや、それはね
I feel like the fact that Irie is such a unique existence and is itself not ordinary. But as far as she's told me, they only chatted like friends would. Did Misane really treat this AI app like an actual friend? Didn't Mizuka-san say something along those lines?
愛梨は ミサと友達だった。
When I mentioned Ko Kimijima's name, Mizuka-san looked deeply worried. I thought maybe something had happened.
じゃあ君島こうは何者なの？
この前
Wonder if she like was a person and this is an AI like based on her mind or something like that? Like she died?
愛梨ちゃんにとってはどんな人だったわけ？
That would be sad.
マスターはマスターです。愛梨はマスターの手で生み出されました。
Oh, master, huh? So is he sort of like her father? I wonder what it must feel like to be chained to your father's will for 10 years. Ah, crap, not again. I'm letting her human-like appearance drive my thoughts. She's just an AI. Thinking about this is pointless. AIs don't have feelings. They're just digital beings.
でもなんで君島こうはここにレポートを置いたんだろう？
Even 10 years ago, this place was already an abandoned mess. There's no way he was expecting anyone to come here. So maybe he didn't want the file to be very visible? But even then, this is a pretty lackluster hiding spot. Since it's abandoned, there's pretty much no security. I can hear the fax-like sound again. It's extremely faint. But thanks to the quietness of this nighttime park, as long as I keep my breathing to a minimum, I can hear it. The hell is it? This whole world is... This whole building is full of mysteries. If I don't get to the bottom of this, I'll never be able to game here in peace. Especially when it comes to what's at the bottom of those stairs. Oh my god, just go down the stairs. What could it be?
やっぱりこの先はやばいって。
The staircase leads down to the first floor of the building. I stand in front of it and can't help but groan. It's impossible to see down there. Can he not use his flashlight down there? Like, doesn't his phone have a flashlight? There are plenty of pitch black spots on the island, but this feels different.
お兄ちゃんは暗いのは嫌いですか？
暗いだけじゃなくて不気味なんだって。
わかりました。嫌いというより怖いんですね。
I mean, I guess she's right, but still.
この下って何があるの？
変なものです。
Helpful.
ピピープーっていう音を出してます。
Beep beep. The dial tone. So the cause of that sound is down here?
誰かがいたりする。
Well, now we have to check it out.
いないと思います。
何そのと思いますって、いる時もあるってこと？
わかんないです。
What's with these endlessly vague answers?
今はいる？いない？
いないと思います。
Oh, whatever. I take a deep breath, steel my resolve, and step toward the darkness. Once I reach the bottom of the stairs, I can hear a low-frequency, machine-like sound. It's a wee bit different from the dial-up tone.
お兄ちゃんは探検が好きなんですか？
This is not the time for friendly banter. My nose is feeling irritated, probably from all the dust. Not to mention there's a super strong stench. Oh god, is there gonna be like a body or something? I really hope there aren't any dead rats or cats lying around. I'm steeling myself for the jump scare that I know they're about to throw at me. I almost trip over some junk and fall on my face.
危ね
危ないんですか？何がです？
え。愛梨ちゃんってこういう暗闇状態だと普通の人間と同じように何にも見えなくなっちゃうわけ？
屋内だと見えないです。
どういうこと？
愛梨の目は色を使っていますので、色でマッピングされているところなら愛梨も見えますけど、屋内だと何にも見えません。
Huh. It's true that the virtual world viewer installed in Eero. It's true that the virtual world viewer installed in Eero doesn't map the insides of buildings. I got confused because of the period after Eero. I was like, is that the end of the sentence? If that function is utilized as her eyes, then it's no surprise Irie becomes blind.
ってことはこの強度感の中でも何にも見えてないってこと？はい。使えないな。
I end up relying on my own vision and the weak light from my phone droid to proceed.
あいだ。
何が開きましたか？
I hit a dead end in the path and literally smashed my face against a wall. I light up the area in front of me as I rub my aching nose. It's not a wall. That's when I realized it's not a wall. It's a door. Wait, is it? Looks like a door to me. I don't see any knobs on this metal object, but it also looks way too out of place to be a wall in an abandoned place like this. This one spot looks brand new.
アイリちゃん、この中入れる？
この中とはどこですか？アイリにはお兄ちゃんが何をしているか
She just said that. Oh, that's right. Does that mean even Irie has never been inside here before? Well, either way, how am I gonna get in? There's nowhere to hold on to. Plus, I don't even know if I'm supposed to push, pull, or slide the thing. I try pushing it to start with, but it doesn't budge. I then lightly strike it with my hand. It doesn't sound very thin. One of the windows on the first floor was sealed with a metal plate. Judging by the relative location, this might be that room. Given how tightly it was sealed up, getting in from the outside is no good, which means this has to be it. Maybe I should summon Gejune and ask her? Can I even find Irie in this darkness? Oh?
Password.
It's gonna be the same password? A geotag in plain sight. If I put in the right password, the door will open? This sure seems like a familiar situation. Back then, Gejune gave me the password without having to ask for it. On one that definitely wasn't supposed to leak. A part of me was hoping she'd do the same thing again, but she stays silent. You know what? I got nothing to lose. Let's try the password from the other day. I believe it was hidden hand. Enter. The door opened. Something is off. This is just a random room in an abandoned building in the sticks. What is this? The window's sealed with a metal plate. The door itself is sealed with a digital lock. I almost forget where I am for a moment. It's like this place is connected to another world or something. The door opened via the hidden hand password, which means this place was built by the person who put the report file there. Ko Kimijima. He's undoubtedly involved with all this. Despite the windows being closed in the middle of summer, the room is unnaturally cool. There's no ceiling lighting, but the red glow helps me get a feel for the room. I just stand at the entrance, breathing heavily. It feels like if I make the slightest noises, I'll be caught by some unknown force. This room, I don't know why, but it makes me tremendously uncomfortable. It's obvious to me this place is weird, but I can't put a finger on why it creeps me out so much. It's weird, sure, but beneath the weirdness is this further layer of something unsettling. A cold sweat drips down my back. Before I know it, my cheeks are soaked in sweat. First thing that catches my eye is a mysterious device in the center of the room. It's fairly large, taking up most of the space in the small room. The thing is almost as tall as the ceiling. It's got quite the presence, and it's running to boot. The low-frequency humming proves it. The LCD screen on it is lit, and there are blue LED lights lit up too. It looks like a giant copy machine, but the numbers and flags displayed on the screen are clearly out of place. I should stay away from that thing. My instincts are screaming at me. This is on a whole different level than Irie or even the Kimijima report I stumbled on. Why, you ask? Because who in the world is supplying electricity to this device located in a room of an abandoned building? That's a good point, actually. This is actually genuinely absurd. Wasn't this place supposed to be abandoned? Why is there electricity? See, that's a question I wouldn't have even thought of, but it is definitely the right question. The Robot Club's hangar doesn't even have electricity. But that's because the hangar was abandoned. Of course it doesn't have a current. So either the electric company screwed up, or this place only looks abandoned and is being used for something else. What the hell is this place? Completely baffled, I look away from the machine. That's when I realize something. The reason I feel so uncomfortable. The digital lock, the strange machine, the running power, it's all weird and surreal. But that's not why. That's not why I feel uncomfortable in this room. In the center of the room is an old wooden table with a foldable chair. That's the cause. Sitting on the table is something terribly unusual. Is that a radio? Like a tape player? I initially thought it was an old PC or something, but its shape is too weird for that. It's about the same size as the toolbox we use at the club. On either side of its black form are speakers. There are several buttons sitting on the top. Yeah, it's like a tape deck. Is this some kind of cassette player? An audio playback device that used cassette tapes, popular till the 90s. I think Dad's old one is still in storage. Boldly sitting in front of the cassette player is a mic stand. It'd make sense to think that it was placed to capture whatever audio came out of the cassette player. This is creeping me out. Yeah, boombox, right, let's play some jams. Get this creepy humming out of here. More than generator looking machine and more than the digitally locked door. This cassette player, mic, and folding chair all suggest one thing. Someone has been here. Someone placed this cassette player and mic there, then put down a chair to sit on. Who? Sure, both the door and machine are undoubtedly man-made and put there by a real person. But this mystery person's unsettling presence comes through stronger from the cassette player and mic. Well, it's also possible that whatever is in the cassette player is something they recorded, so I feel like throwing up. I want to get out of here ASAP. If I get any more stressed out, I could risk getting an attack. But I also can't afford to leave without checking the player. I mean, to be fair, you can't. You could just go, but his curiosity really is his own worst enemy. Why? Because I realized that there's a tape in the tape deck. I've read online that people used to record things on cassette tapes and listen to them. Long before I was born, anyway. This is kidding. And as if I'd been pulled in by the unseen, I'd already pressed the play button. The cassette tape begins to turn. No sound. Why does it work? Well, I confirmed there's a power cord coming from it plugged into an outlet. There really is power here. Then all of a sudden, the Kagome Kagome melody begins filling the air of this once quiet room. Something about it is off, distorted. I listen closely.
警告音は緊急地震速報のものが使われてたらしいんだけど、届いた内容がちょっと怖くて、カゴメカゴメの歌詞だったの。
I think back on my conversation with Juno from a few hours ago. This has to be a coincidence, right? I doubt Juno knows anything about this room, and I find it hard to believe that she led me here. But this is all too much to just be incidental. The more I think about it, the more unsettled I become. I could think about this for hours on end, but I doubt I'd reach an answer.
ID-chan, いる?
Completely oblivious to the absolute creep sauce in the room. I look over to the generator-like machine again. Now that I've seen it, I can't just ignore it. Again, you could. I want to curse my own stupidity. Why in the world did I come here? Ugh, this is all because I couldn't let sleeping dogs lie. The moment I ran into Irie, I was doomed to come here.
さっき言ってたピーガガガって音の発信源はこの装置なの。
アイリはピーガガガなんて言ってない ですよ。ピピープーです。
Beep beep boo.
そんなニュアンスの違い
You
は
have to say it
どうで
like
もいい
that,
んだけど、
otherwise it doesn't count.
その装置がこれなの。
これってどれですか？ID は見えてないです。
機械だよ。でっかいやつ。
変なものならきっとそうです。
Looks weird? You gotta give me more to go on than that. That's way too
だっ
vague.
たらゲジ姉に聞く。
はい、そうしてください。
Irie's glancing around aimlessly. I guess she can't tell where I'm standing. Without warning, I tap her so as to avoid any further pointless bantering.
アクセスを確認しました。ゲジネモードに移行します。
旧南種町郷土館の1階に封鎖された部屋があった。君に教えてもらったパスワードで開く部屋だ。そこにある機械は一体何なの？
エギシステムです。
Yejine once again reveals the truth to me without any hesitation.
エギ？
Iggy
特定
system?
の周波数の音をレーダーから宇宙に向けて照射する装置です。
ピーガー音。
レーダーに1メートルまで近づけば誰でも聞くことができます。あまり目立ちませんが。
Radar? Is she talking about that one metal tower nearby?
あのレーダーって JAXA のだよね。宇宙が丘観測所のものと同じ。
違います。
違うの？じゃあどこ？
管轄としては不明です。
不明って何それ？
エギシステムは10年以上管理者不在のまま作動しています。マスターの死亡とともに管轄は宙に浮きました。
Master, Ko Kimijima, I'm assuming?
じゃあ君島公が作ったのは事実なの？
はい。
作った人が死んだのに動き続けてるなんておかしいでしょ。電気代は？
電気代？
誰かが電気代を払ってなきゃ電気は止められるじゃないか。
はい。
誰がそのお金を？
ゲジネーは把握していません。
イルオの会社とか？
幸せ 4U はエギシステム構築には関わっていません。
Well then. So, Ko Kimijima is the sole creator.
誰が払ってるか調べることは？
ゲジネーは検索エンジンではありません。特定ワードに関する情報収集ボットです。検索はヤシオさん自身でどうぞ。
Do it yourself.
ああ、そう。
That's great. Hit him with that. Do it your damn self. If I stay any longer, I really am gonna hurl. As soon as I get outside, I take a deep breath. My shirt is soaked in sweat. The evening breeze feels cold because of how moist I am. Warning? I sit in place and start talking to Gejine again.
で、太陽に向かってピーガー音を発信したら何が起こる？
ピーガーではなくピピープーだとアイリは認識しています。
どっちでもいい。
Beep beep boop. Why does she have to be so particular about the details?
マスターは太陽に対して有益さ、有害さの両面から非常に注目していました。もちろん太陽嵐は地球全体に影響を及ぼす災いと言えますが、それと同時に極大活動期に入った太陽は魅力的で宝の山だと発言しています。
なんでいきなりスポークスマンみたいに語り出したわけ？
愛梨がマスターと過ごした時間はそれほど長くありません。故に保存してあるマスターの言葉もまた多くはないのです。それらの言葉を愛梨およびゲジネーは自立行動の指針としています。
So, there's a program running to make them sound like they trust their father. Autonomous, but there is an end goal. Is the end goal the Kimijima reports in this Eggy system?
君島公はこの島で何をやろうとしたわけ？
機密事項です。
君島公はどうして死んだの？
マスターは殺されました。
Her response is so straight to the point that I nearly miss it. He was murdered? She really just said that.
誰に？
Okay.
該当データは削除されています。
Deleted? You gotta be kidding me. Irie is part of Iruo, so the only ones who can delete Irie's backup data is the company in charge. Happiness for you. Are they behind this? Is it some kind of internal strife like you would see on the news? No, that can't be all of it. This is getting crazy. Things written in the Kimijima report are starting to feel more and more real. The report that once looked like the conspiracy ravings of a con artist. All of it is true, if all of it is true. If Ko Kimijima was murdered because of that report, what in the world is going on in Tanegashima? The plot thickens. Oh boy. And now it's about to get silly again. Maybe. I hope. She's funny. The intercom's been ringing nonstop for a while now. As a NEET, it's my prerogative to just ignore it. But I'm so depressed that it actually pissed me off this time. I head to the rooftop. Or not. I munched... Why would you... What? I munched through 3 whole sticks of Pocky, strawberry flavor, and grabbed my phone droid off the sofa.
ボットオン。
Bots are 2D AI characters that I made. I'm pretty proud of their current conversational level. I use Genki for casual conversations and Rosetta for schedule management. Oh my god. She made her own friends. That's impressive and sad. Big Trouble in Little Takashi, right? The conspiracies in large, I don't, whatever.
めんどくさい。フラウ、あなたは49時間31分。
I can't believe she made. That's great.
今ポッキー食べてるし。
I wish I was that skilled. I'd never be lonely again.
ボット元気とうるさい。
元気を終了するか？
しない。
Doesn't seem like they'll let me off the hook.
ロゼッタ、インターホンカメラ表示。表示いたしますね。
A new window opens on my phone droid screen, displaying video of the front entrance. Oh my god, that's the least appealing view. A young man in glasses stands there. He has sharp facial features. He looks like an alien from that perspective. He's wearing a Central Tanegashima High uniform.
メガネ男子って燃えるよね。
Oh boy.
当然ですわ。
You know why,
ただし
Genki.
私の邪魔しようとする3次元メガネ男子、てめえはダメだ。
The same guy showed up yesterday and the day before. Even after slamming the door in his face twice, he still has the nerve to pop up out of nowhere.
音声つなげて。
No bitches me. Right, just this face.
スピーカーをオンにいたしますね。
He's-
ストーカーは帰る。
I hope this image never leaves. I hope this is the rest of the game.
日高スバルだ。
せめて話ぐらい聞いてくれないか。
通報しました。
110番に通報しちゃうか。
しない。
Damn it, Genki, you just blew my cover. I don't mean any of that. But it works on most
カ
guys.
メラ切っちゃって。
The boy's gloomy face vanishes from my screen,
私の
and I am disappointed.
人気か。
笑顔でいれば元気は自然と出てくるぜ。
リポ
Isn't he a little too persistent?
フラ誰か客が来たみたいだぜ。
対応しないと良くないですよ。スルーしたい。
フラ
Honestly, it is really kind of sad that, like, she clearly programmed them to say those sorts of things, right? To try to encourage her to answer the door, right?
帰ってしまわれますよ。だってあいつ絶対に許さない。絶対にだ。
フラ呼んでるって。
ロゼッタ、インターホンカメラ表示。
Yes.
表示いたしますね。
Yes.
ガチで通報したい件について。
悪かったな。粘着質な性格で。
意味不なんですけど。
What? What? Looks like I'm not the only one freaking out.
フルゴーリの作ったキルバラのプログラムについて話がある。
詐欺の匂いがプンプン。うまい話には必ず裏があるから乗ったらダメですよ。お父様より同様の忠告を受けましたよね。134日前です。
僕の身分ははっきりしているだろう。フルゴーリのクラスメイトなんだから。
What?
割とどうでもいい。中央種子島高校情報処理課2年1組の名簿を表示しますか。名前プリーズ。
さっき名乗っただろ。日高スバルだ。
該当者ございましたよ。出席番号24番。
友達のことは大切にな。
ぼっと死ね。
I'm on my last nerves. In order to suppress my anger, I chomp down on 5 Pocky sticks, strawberry, at once. These are hard to eat like this.
その日高が何の用か産業で。
は？
何の用か説明しる。
そうか。じゃあ聞いてくれ。僕はロボ部に所属してる。フルゴーリはヤシオ先輩とは知り合いだろ。
ヤシオって誰？ヤシオカイト様だと推測するならば9日前7月3日にお会いしました。ああ、海少子か。パーク。でも産業でまとまってない。どういうことなの？
Like,
ヘルプを出しますか？出さない。
何をブツブツ言ってるんだ。
独り言ですが何か。
I attempt to munch down on another stick of Pocky, but the box is empty. I want to click my tongue.
で、海少子が何ぞ。
海少子。
ヤシオカイトのことに決まってるでしょ、上皇。
Wish she'd stop questioning everything I say. It's making me nervous. Oops, I accidentally called Yashio Shi by his full name. Oh well.
話の続きプリーズ。
Please.
今度先輩と一緒にロボワン世界大会に出る。そのためにフルゴーリにプログラムを作ってほしい。
友達の望みは自分の望みだ。
だが断る。
Yes.
と思ったわけだが、やっぱ今の取り消し、交換条件的な意味で。
交換条件。
全裸撮影会。あ、メガネだけは装備で。もちろん。
That escalated quickly.
は？
人が嫌がることをするやつは幸せにはなれないぞ。
ボットマジ大きなお世話すぎ。
まともに話もできないのか。
じゃあ海少子連れてきて。あの人がチーター狩り引き受けてくれるなら。
プログラムを書いてくれるんだな。
書く。
分 わかった。また来る。
モニター終了。切りますね。
I throw my phone droid onto the sofa. I breathe outward, all the while wiping the sweat off my cheeks with my hand. Even though the AC is on full blast, it's still super hot. I'm not good at talking to people mood, which sucks because I can talk to bots just fine. Duh. So I want her to be the protagonist forever and ever, and I never want to switch to anyone else ever again. That's just how I feel about it. Akio raises a bottle of Skull high above her head. Again, that escalated quickly. Subaru, Juna, and I follow orders and start clapping. Is she really? Akio decided to throw Furugori Kona, real name Frau Kujiro, a welcome party. But the guest of honor isn't actually here. Instead, she's participating via phone conference. What a nightmare. Oh, there she is! She's on the table! That's fantastic. Just noticed she's on the table. The Robot Club members have all gathered at the hangar on a Saturday of all days. Akio's already explained why. Yesterday, pretty much out of nowhere, it was decided that Kojiro Frau would be joining us. I agreed to be M45's operator under the condition that I could use KB's control system. In some weird twist of fate, after Subaru begged Frau to cooperate, I ended up becoming a KB cheater hunter. And so I told her that in exchange, she'd have to join the Robot Club. She accepted my conditions, no problem. I'm surprised Kai agreed to that so quickly, honestly. I'd expect he'd at least call it a pain in the ass or something. Fraubo.
そんなことより一度フルゴーリとはきちんと打ち合わせをしたいですね。M45 の特性を理解してそれに見合った最適なプログラムを組んでほしいので。だが断る。ヤシオ先輩がチータ狩りをするって交換条件は飲んだだろう。私は私の気に入ったものしか作らない。キリ。
Too easy.
僕の M45 は気に入らない。
Too easy.
種子島マシンさんは古いけどいいマシンってことだよ。
約束を破るつもりならヤシオ先輩のチータ狩りについてもなかったことにさせてもらうが。メガネのロボとヤシオ先輩のロボってどう違う？見た目も違うし性能も違う、戦い方もだ。そういうのよくわからんし興味もないよ。
スターラプターとボルトバリアンの機体性能差だと思えばちょうどいいよ。
今のでわかった。ヒットアンダーウェイの小柄なタイプとパワー重視の接近専用タイプだね。
Akiho, familiar with the gun barrel anime, understands what I'm getting at immediately. So of course, Frau, the sole creator of Kill Ballad, understands as well.
じゃあそれイメージして勝手に作る。待ってくれ。 だから打ち合わせをしようと言ってるじゃないか。
さては変態ですな。
は
引っ越してきたばっかなのにクラスメート男子を部屋に入れるとか、それなんてエロゲ。むしろヤシオ先輩の部屋にそこのメガネが泊まり込めばいいじゃない。そうすればいろいろはかどるぞ、腐ってる的な意味で。うわっオッケー。
She's ridiculous.
何を言ってるんだ。
腐る？
Don't.
全然わかんない。
Don't. Just don't. Every now and then, Frau uses some odd language. None of us understand her archaic vocabulary and net slang.
カプとしてはメガネ、ヤシオ先輩の一択だろ。兆候、異論は認めない。
And now she's mumbling to herself.
スバルくんさ、コナちゃんは引きこもりだからきっと外には出てこないと思うよ。
確かに学校だって初日に早退して以来一度も来てませんが。
で、俺たちが押しかけるのも嫌っぽいなら、細かい要望は電話でして、あとは勝手にやってもらうしかないでしょ。
電話よりメールかツイポでよろ。
そんなアバウトで大丈夫ですかね。
私にできるのはベースとなるシステムだけだし、そこからどう調整するかはそっちでやるべきじゃね。
OS は渡すからカスタマイズは勝手にやれっていうことか。そういうことなら。
ねえ、部長抜きで話進めないでほしいんだけど。部長寺空気
Wow.
というわけで私は落ちるね。おっつ
And just like that, she's gone.
なんかうちあの子のこと苦手かも。
Meme got. Meme time. That's a good one. That's great. I'm going to have to decline.
スバルより扱いにくそう。
僕は部長に扱われるつもりはありません。
そういうところが扱いにくいって言ってるんだよ。とりあえず乾杯しとこう。乾杯。
Akio raises the skull that she'd been holding in her hand up into the air and chugs it.
スコール。
Akio's the only one to make a big show of things. In fact, Subaru and I have already sipped from our drinks.
でもなんだかロボ部ってすごいね。すごい？何が？だって才能ある人がほとんどでしょ。日高くんとヤシオくんはロボ1の優勝と準優勝だし、フルボーリさんはすごいゲームを作った人だし、私なんか取り柄といえば都市伝説に詳しいくらいだから、ちょっと
Can't help but notice she doesn't say anything about Akio,
気
which
遅れ
is
しちゃうかな。
a bit rude.
そっか、すごい人ばっかりか。なんかたぎってきた。
なんでアキちゃんがたぎるのさ。その3人中人格に問題ありなのが3人いるけど。
Yeah, I'm including myself.
でも
Yeah, to be fair, he's pretty self-aware for all his dickishness. He's pretty self-aware. Yep, still including myself.
すごい人が集まればすごいものが生まれるの。
By the way, Akio still hasn't noticed that Junan didn't include her on her list of super talented people. Granted, Akio's not exactly talented, so I get it. I mean,
というわけで
not specifically, but you don't have to say it like
ガン
that.
ツワンの方も全力投球でいこう。とりあえずそのすごい人だらけのロボ部全員でスペースアメ車に乗り込むべき。 スポンサーになってくださいってアピールするの。
Oh, right, we're
明日
still
とかどう？
just still trying to get that sponsorship.
僕は遠慮します。
Get that cash
お金に
money.
は困ってませんので。
俺スペース飴がタダでもらえるなら行ってもいいよ。
でも私はすごい人じゃないし。
Frau, of course, doesn't respond. Akio's passion dissolves into the air after she fails to get anyone else fired up. For the record, I just want to say, Juna's outfit is adorable, and I love it. It's super cute.
それじゃあジュンよろしく。
Oh boy.
なんで
This is a good question. I know what she's gonna ask, and it's a good question. Oh my god.
そんなこと言われても。というわけでロボ部員大徳純奈によるインパクトある空手の奥義スーパーなんだっけスーパーリンペイスーパーリンペイです。
I came here all fired up and ready to get a sponsorship, but June is the only one who came with me. Kai is here, but he found an all-you-can-eat candy section in the lobby and won't step foot outside of it. As for Subaru and Fraubo, they didn't even call. Oh my god, stop. Cease this at once. After explaining our club's glorious history of highs and lows, we were turned down because we lacked impact. But today was going to be different. Today they'd see our true potential. Or at least that was the plan. June's voice is overshadowed by the sexual harassment parakeet. Sexual harassment parakeet. You know, every office has one of those. The CEO is pretty fit, and since Michi is a PE teacher, I figured it might make sense to do something more physical. The problem is that the first time I saw June do karate, impact was not the word that came to mind. Honestly, she looks super weak. Rude. Oh boy. Might as well pack it up.
ありがとうございました。
インパクトこれよこれこそわしが求めとったインパクトじゃ大徳さんと言ったかの君我が社のキャンペーンガールをやってみんか
What? Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. I didn't think the CEO was looking for a weak woodling creature like June.
読み違えた。完全に読み違えてた。
But hey, all's well that ends well. I can't screw this up.
社長、これこそがロボ部です。
I stayed as proudly as humanly possible.
本当にあれでよかったのかな。
Apparently. On the way home, I had Kai wait for us outside, while June and I went to the empty field. I figured I'd talk to her a bit since she was feeling down about her performance. Things went amazing with Space Candy. They've agreed to fund us for 100,000 yen every month from August to February as our sponsor. Which is awesome. So June has nothing to feel sad about. Great, yeah. She did her best. In fact, she's our savior, especially compared to Subaru and Fraubo. That's what I've been trying to tell her for a while now, but...
なんか自分じゃ素直に喜べなくて空手が評価されたわけでも自分が人に誇れるようなすごいことをしたわけでもないから。確かに純の方って初めて見たけど迫力ゼロだったね。ぬいぐるみみたいにギュッて抱きしめてあげたくなっちゃった。
I don't think that's what she was going for.
じゃなくて褒めてるんだよ。すごく可愛かったの。空手で可愛いは褒め言葉じゃないよ。そっか。
I said too much. But it's true that that's the reason why the CEO took a liking to her.
入って早々ロボ部の役に立てたのは嬉しいんだけど、この先ロボ部のために私ができることあるのかなって考えたら、ちょっともやもや。
June flashes a lonely smile as she looks out at the horizon over the field. The sun is setting. It'll get dark around here. The field we're in sits atop a hill, so there's always a bit of a sea breeze. The pinwheels spin endlessly. The spinning speed changes with the wind's strength. Time flies as we mindlessly stare at them.
ジュンがロボ部に入ってくれたのはね、きっと運命だったんだよ。ロボ部って今結構みんなからバカにされてるでしょ。この前ロボ1で準優勝したのに、それでもあんまり評価は変わってなくて、教頭先生に目の敵にされて、相変わらずダメな連中だって笑われてる。そこにジュンはわざわざ自分から見学に来てくれて、しかも入部してくれた。半分くらいはうちが泣きついて入ってもらった感じあるけどね。とにかくそういうのってうちがロボ部に入ってから初めての経験だったんだ。でも日高くんや古郡さんは、あの二人はどっちかっていうともう仕上がっちゃってるでしょ。それを即戦力として無理やり入ってもらったみたいな感じ。
This club is practically made up of people who made deals out of self-interest. It's almost like a business network.
とにかくね、ジュンがロボのこと知らないのに興味を持ってくれてすっごく嬉しかったの。これからジュンにいろんなこと知ってほしい。それでロボのこと、ロボ部のこともっともっと好きになってもらいたい。輝いてるね。やっぱりその夢とか打ち込んでるものがある人はキラキラしてる。そう？キラキラしてるなんて言われたの初めてかも。本当にね、いいなって思ったの。私の夢はついこの前終わっちゃったから。こうしてロボ部に入ったのはどっちかっていうと空手の代わりっていうか、空手がダメになっちゃったけど他にやることないからなんとなく腰掛けでくらいの感覚だったんだけど。ごめんね、腰掛けなんて言って。瀬宮さんにとっては大事な夢なのに。寂しい？夢終わっちゃって。どうかな。なんとなくあそこで終わるだろうなっていうのは予想ついてたから。覚悟みたいなものはねできてたけど、うちは夢が終わっちゃったら寂しいけどな。だから空手の代わりになるかどうかは分かんないけど、寂しさを紛らわす手段にしてくれてもいいよ。そうやってロボ部で活動するうちにいつの間にか新しい夢になってるかもしれないしね。だから遠慮なんかしないでね。うちとジュンはロボ部女子連合軍なんだし。
As for Fraubo, well, we can deal with her some other time.
瀬宮さん、秋穂でいいよ。 うん。じゃあ、あきほちゃん。
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm in some movie about a bunch of hip teenagers or something. Things are finally starting to feel like the high school club experience I always wanted.
私なんかでよければできるだけお手伝いするね。うん、よろしく。っていうか今日だけでも他の3人の何百倍も役に立ってもらったしね。ただ今日みたいに急に知らない人の前で型をやれみたいなのはちょっとごめんもうしないから。あきほちゃんと話せてよかった。ちょっとスッとした。うちちょっとは部長らしかった？どうかな。
So close.
そこはもちろんって言ってほしかった。
Either way, establishing deeper bonds with fellow club members is never a bad thing.
さて、活動費も手に入ったことだし、パーツを買い漁るぞ。ああ、その前に毒にツケを返さなくちゃ。
I'll complete Gun Build 1 with or without Kai and Subaru.
とりあえずジュンにはガンバレルについて勉強してもらおうかな。全部で155話。来週中に見といてね。
Well, I wholeheartedly relate to June now. My heart. It only took Frau 3 days to write a program for M45, and now she's dying, apparently.
つうか、72時間もあれば楽勝でしょ、上皇。
I think you're supposed to sleep
作業してたわけ？
every once in a while, you know?
作業に入ると終わるまで寝ないのがデフォなんだ。
It's my defa. Okay, I actually don't know what that means. Default. Okay, got it.
だから今すごく
Defa.
眠いです。
Very sleepy.
そこまで本気を出してくれるとは思ってなかった。
メガネが超細かい使用書を送りつけてくるからイラ壁だった。
おかげで調整時間はかなり余裕を取れそうだ。助かるよ。
別にあんたのために徹夜したんじゃないんだからね。
Oh my god.
なんで今棒読みだった？
ツンデレのテンプレゼリフを知らんとか長尺語つ。
Wake up, sheeple!
呪詛ですね。ここまで来ると。腕はいいのに人格破綻者とは残念な女子だ。
あながち間違ってない。
And she's self-aware.
そもそもフルゴーリー、今日も出てこないつもりか。
Oh, I missed that one. So like before, Frau is calling in.
自宅警備員ですから。
The creepy like ghost. Oh my god.
照らやばす。日差しのきつさがやばす。外出たら目が痛くなる。目が。
I can only watch Frau's attempted acting with a cold gaze. Subaru completely ignores the virtuoso transfer student's gestures and starts to fiddle with his phone droid. It's already connected to the M45 via cable.
プログラムのダウンロードは済ませました。あとは
Her hair
M45 用に
clips to the
調
right
整し
arm.
つ
I
つ、
mean,
とりあえ
you
ず
know,
少し動かしてみましょう。
it's gonna do that. Yeah. Does yours not? Yeah.
できたら教えてよ。俺それまでキルバラやってるんで。
ヤシオ先輩はいつチーター狩りをしてくれるのか教えるべき。
チーター狩りね。
And now I can't unsee it. Oh yeah, I guess that was part of the deal. Huh. Truth be told, I was gonna accept her offer either way.
具体的にどうすればいいわけ？
私の部屋に来ればいいじゃない。
Excuse me? Does she realize what she's saying? And why is she fidgeting around and looking all embarrassed?
そしてカビ臭くてエアコンでキンキンに室温を下げた部屋であられもない姿でゲームすればいいじゃない。
Okay. Alright.
風呂にも
Enough of that,
タン
thank
ク
you.
トップに短パンで目にクマを作りながら不機嫌そうにゲームをし続けるべき。そこに現れたただタンクトップ姿の長深田がこういうのであります。
Don't bring him into this. Please, for the love of God, don't bring him into this.
いいか、ゲームは1日1時間だ。お前みたいなただれた生
Pro
活して
tip.
るやつはお仕置きだ。何言ってんの先生。俺にお仕置きしたいならまず
Is she just writing a fan fiction right now? Is she writing a fan fiction about her own life?
話す気がないなら電話切るけど。
Bro's eyes are totally bloodshot. I think she's gone crazy after staying up for so long.
つうわけで私の部屋に来るべき。そしたらチーター狩りの方法について教える。
気が向いたらね。
Man, I gotta drag myself all the way to her place? Plus, she lives alone. If I go, I'm gonna be stuck with that weirdo genius, just the two of us. Imagining myself in that situation is enough to get me to cringe. This is gonna suck. I can feel all motivation leave my body. I leave Subaru to his business and walk toward the runway. The sun is still up high in the sky. That's when I notice Juna standing at the edge of the runway. The heat haze is making her look all wavy. It's kind of cool. She looks like she's standing in her school uniform, but in reality, she seems to be doing some kind of kata. Is she bored? I don't blame her. I heard Akio finally secured a sponsorship deal with Space Candy, but the money will probably take some time. I can't see Juna doing much for the club outside of maybe running errands. Akio might as well lecture her about robots or something. Those thoughts crossed my mind as I opened my phone droid. After talking to Irie the other day, I did a little bit of research on the Minamitane-cho local hall. I'd prefer to ask Mizuka-san about it, but she gets scarier than usual when I bring Irie up, so it's been rough. And so I decided to do my own research. As luck would have it, I got a lot more info out of my efforts than expected. According to the registrar, the owner is Taiyo Development. Their HQ is in Tokyo's Chiyoda district. Minamitane-cho put the building out for auction in 2012, and they won the bid. Is Taiyo Development paying the bills? And if they are, to what end? Not to mention, it's fishy as hell that the Eggy system, Radar, Irie, and the rest have all just been left there. Maybe I should try calling and shooting them some questions? Or should I talk to Irie first?
なんかいろいろめんどくさくなってきた。
And why am I taking this all so seriously? Sure, there's a weird device in an abandoned building located in my neighborhood. And sure, it might be connected to an unsolved murder case. There's a part of me that wants to find out the truth about all this creepy stuff so I can finally relax. But nothing's gonna change just because I get serious. Which means that all of this research is just a useless waste of effort on my end. Effort I could be spending playing Kill Ballad. And hell, I'm not big on thinking about tough stuff. I better off be... Do I know him? I am inside this man's mind. I'd be better off using my time to play Kill Ballad, right? Slack off on competitive games for even a little bit and your skills drop sharply. Plus, because I've been hanging around Subaru lately, I haven't been able to play much. And so I plant myself firmly on the hot asphalt of the runway and boot up Kill Ballad.
まったくぶっぱ連発とか読み合い完全放棄じゃないか。そういうの低レベルすぎて全くリスペクトできないね。
Super low level play.
ヤシオくん、何やってるの？
Juna suddenly peeks at my phone droid. That's the wrong peaks, but okay. Her cheeks are a little damp, probably from exercising. I face the screen towards her. I don't know why I sometimes I just pick out the most random typos. I don't know. swear Kaito is the most consistent character. Right. It's like he's like you need an hour and then it's like, okay, I know everything he's gonna say.
あ
I know his entire mind.
そっちは何してたの？
あ、型の練習もう引退したのにね。小さい頃から毎日やってきた習慣だから、その1日1回はやらないと落ち着かないんだ。
アキちゃんにはほったらかしにされてるわけ。
あ、そういうわけじゃなくて、頑張れるっていうアニメあるでしょ。あれを全部見ておいてって言われて、今日もねそれをちゃんと見てたんだよ。でもじっと見てるだけって私ちょっと苦手で。
So she got bored watching anime and decided to practice her kata on the edge of the runway so Hakiho wouldn't see her.
適当に見ておけばいいと思うよ。俺もそうだから。
あ、実はながらみ。
Juna mischievously explains in a bashful tone. Since the data is stored online, as long as you have a connection, you can watch anime anytime on the phone droid. Even when you're hanging out on the edge of an abandoned airport runway.
あきほちゃんには内緒にしておいてね。
あ、いいよ。
Juna seems relieved.
ヤシオくんって本当に
Okay.
ゲームばっかりやってるんだ
None
ね。
of that, thank you.
飽きたりしないの？
純ちゃんは空手飽きたりした？
空手は私にとっては飽きるようなものじゃなくて。
でしょ？それと同じだよ。
あ、なるほど。分かったような気がする。
先輩
Subaru calls for me from up the hangar. Is he done with the adjustments? I was kind of hoping to get some more KB time in. I rise to my feet and let out a sigh. As soon as I get back to the hangar, Subaru grabs my phone droid, connects it to M45, and begins to fiddle with it.
キルバラシステムをアップデートしました。M45 に先輩のポケコンも登録しておいたので、もう操作はできます。
I boot up Kill Ballad System 2019 from my phone droid.
M45 の調整はほぼ終わりです。あとはヤシオ先輩の好みになりますから、細かいセッティングを詰めていきましょう。
The control scheme is the exact same as the honorary prezes, except for one big difference. Commands for some unique actions have been added. That means there are about 1.5 times more commands. Even then, there's only about 20 moves in all, so it's still less than a KB move list. Remembering them will be a cinch.
試しに動かしてみてください。
ファイルバンカーは？ファイルバンカー見たい。
The president is already acting like she's in a studio audience.
コマンド表だと、
アクセルインパクトと同じでしょ。
Frau had sent the command list to me earlier, so I'm already familiar with it. I swiftly input the command.
うわー、すごく動くね。やっぱり痺れるな、パイルバンカー。スバルは生意気だけど、あえてパイルバンカーを採用したところにだけは好感持てるよ。
てっきり部長が好きな武器は剣とかハンマーかと思っていましたが。
もしかしてまたリアルロボットとスーパーロボットの対立関係に持っていきたいの？
いえ、そもそもリアルロボットとスーパーロボットの定義そのものが曖昧で。
そういう不毛な言い争いは鬱陶しいから他でやってくれないかな。
だってスバルが。
部長が先に挑発してきたんでしょ。
I ignore the 2 and input the pile bunker command one more time. I then cancel its recovery time and activate the other arm's pile bunker.
スムーズだね。反応はいい。
Huh.
無線でリンクしてることを考えてるね。キャンセル技もちゃんと入る。
Neat.
僕も驚きです。わずか数日でフルゴーリがここまでのものを上げてくるなんて。
I try executing the same command multiple times with slightly different timing.
入力受付時間が少し長すぎかな。
But that's really due to the fact that M45 is sluggish. Next, I make it walk.
歩いた。歩くのはうちの種子島新さんの方が早いよ。そうなの？すごい。まあね。
Stop acting like you're the one who built him, Akiho. Besides, the basic build concepts are totally opposite. Prez was made for mobility, M45 for power.
M45 ならではの特殊動作として腰をひねるための専用コマンドが用意してあります。可動範囲はだいたい330度ですね。
Apparently, since I can minutely control which way it twists and to what extent, I can really push it to the extreme.
30度単位に自由に角度を選択できます。これはキューバラシステム導入前からの M45 の特徴でしてね。
360度回転はできないわけ？
できるわけないでしょ。そんなことをすればモータのケーブルが絡まってしまいますよ。
He spits out his words as if looking down on me for being an amateur.
360度で絡まるなら330度でも絡まるんじゃないの？
そんなことはありませんよ。問題なのは360度のひねりを可能とすると720度ひねりだってできてしまうということです。
Ah, I get it. If it can do it once, it can do it twice or more. Keep twisting like that and the cables will get tangled. So that's why he stopped it at 330 degrees, to prevent it from doing a full rotation.
理解した。
どういうこと？
We can just ignore the the numbnut for now. Wow! I try executing a series of basic punches, kicks, steps, and reversals. Even after getting familiar with the unit's capabilities, its sluggishness still feels awkward to me. It's like I'm in the middle of a slow-mo attack.
このもっさり感調整できない？
フルゴーリのプログラムでももっと速い動きを想定はしていたみたいですが、それをやるとモータが持ちません。歯車の強度の問題です。こればかりはどうしようもないので慣れてもらうしかありませんね。
I'm sure I will after some practice. But personally, I'm way better at mobile types than I am throw types. See, my reaction speed is higher than the average person. I can capitalize on that talent of mine with a mobile type.
ねえねえ、種子島新さんと戦わせてみない？
実戦形式で練習しようってこと？
そう、種子島新さんは純が操縦するの。私
Juna's flustered by the sudden call to
やっ
arms.
ぱりロボ部とは何かを知ってもらうにはね、実際にロボを触ってもらうのが一番だと思うんだ。種子島新さんなら操縦も簡単だし、一度やってみようよ。
やめとくべきだね。
ヤシオくんの言う通りだと思う。私みたいな素人が操縦しても足引っ張るだけで。カイ、なんで止めるの？まさかロボの操縦は自分の仕事だから誰にも譲りたくないってこと？いつの間にかそんな素晴らしい責任感を持ってくれるようになったんだね。うち嬉しいよ。
いや違うって。俺練習試合だろうと相手が素人だろうと絶対手は抜かない主義なんだよね。それはアキちゃんが一番よく知ってるでしょ。だからさ、 初めてロボを触ったのにいきなり俺にフルボッコにされたら、純ちゃんがますますロボを嫌いになっちゃうかもしれないってこと。
Talking like she's not right there.
純ちゃんのデビュー戦をさ、実力的に見てアキちゃんが相手してあげた方がいい。リーダーボード5位の俺とどうしても勝負したいって言うなら別に構わないけどさ。
カイ、気を使ってくれてるくせにすごく上から目線だね。
Right. She's not wrong.
私
He's such a prick about it.
遠慮しとく。
Juna looks like she wants nothing to do with this.
だったらうちが相手になってや
I
る。
do not blame her.
ちなみにうちが勝ったら頼み事聞いてね。
I mean, I feel like it would make the most sense for Subaru to be controlling the other one, considering he's like fairly competent at Kill Ballad, which is, you know, the control scheme.
それってガチの勝負しようってこと？別にいいけど。
No matter how big the spec difference is, I know I'll never lose to Akio. I know her habits better than she does.
スバル君はそれでいい？
問題ありません。慣れるにはちょうどいい相手でしょう。
なにそれ。うちの腕前はともかく、種子島マシンさんはロボワンの優勝マシンなんだからね。
10年前のでしょ。
準優勝マシンでもあるんだから。
M45 には負けましたがね。
アルシオーネ、エレクトラ。
何をいきなり言い出してるんですか。
Shang!
喧嘩は良くないよ。
アキちゃん、くだらないことやってないでさっさと種子島新さんを持ってきて。
ほーい。
Akiho pouts and enters the hangar.
じゃあ用意はいい？
Akio and I are in a position, facing one another. Each of us is holding a phone droid. As if mirroring us, M45 and Prez are also standing across from each other, motionless.
アキちゃんってすごいよね。尊敬するよ。
何が？
He's about to say something
いつも
rude.
俺にコテンパンにされてるのに、なんでそんなに自信満々な顔でいられるのかってね。
何も考えてないからじゃないですか。
Wow! Savage beatings from all around.
決勝戦だってもう10回以上映像を見たんだから。M45 のことはバッチリ研究済み。
煽り合いはいいからさっさと始めようよ。
ちょっとカイの方から煽ってきたくせに。
Even though this is just a practice match, we've established some rules. Whoever knocks their opponent down 3 times will be declared the winner. That said, there are no ring outs because we have no ring. For me, this is just a match to break an M45 with, but for Akiho, this is the real deal.
じゃあ始めるよ。
With little fanfare, I begin to march M45 off forward.
よし来い。
Oh my god. Of course, she's gonna go right into the special attack. The honorary Prez suddenly starts to change
と
forms.
見せかけて疾風怒涛の元気一発。種子しアクセルインパクター。
それ叫びたかっただけでしょ、アキちゃん。
Yeah. It's way too easy to dodge a tackle at this range. Besides, the Tanagashi XL impact, once activated, can't be turned off.
避けるなんて。
And it's gone.
ジュン止めて、手で止めて。追いかけて。
And we've defeated the whole purpose of this. Now we're chasing a robot. As the honorary Prez zooms further and further away, Juna finds herself chasing it after it in a panic.
アキちゃん、真面目にやってよ。
I mean, seriously, just add brakes at this point. Really?
この試合の意図を把握していますか。あくまで
Right.
橋尾先輩が M45 の操縦になれるのが目的ですよ。
分かってるよ。 連れ戻してきたよ。
Despite running pretty far, Juna doesn't seem to be the least bit out of breath. At least she's in good shape. That said, she's holding the robot in the most clumsy and nervous way possible.
そーっとそーっと。
She's also way too cautious about how she's setting it down. He's even making noises.
ジュンって足速いね。さすが空手部。もしかしてうちら4人の中で一番速いんじゃない？どうかな。50メートル走何秒？8秒2だったかな。カイとスバルは
9秒
8秒9。
スバル遅っ。
そういう部長は何秒なんですか？
うちはほら別にいいじゃん。
I know for a fact that it's an awful 14 seconds flat, but I remain quiet. To be fair, the both of us can't exactly sprint due to our medical situations. There's not much we can do about our speed.
今度から種菓子アクセルインパクトを使った時はジュンに追いかけてもらおう。
Or you could just make breaks for it.
というわけで仕切り直しだよ、カイ。
今度は真面目にやってもらいたいね。
わかってるって。
The honorary prez, now in its original form, inches forward, shaking all the while. The asphalt is pretty bumpy, so it might be difficult to retain its balance.
そんな正面から接近してきていいわけ？
スピード重視。
I guess I'll practice some of M45's throws. To master a throw type, one must first understand its range. If you can't get that down, you're a lost cause. The M45, of course, is equipped with several different throw commands. Not only does it have long and short range throws, it can also throw from upper, mid, or lower body positions. This helps to expand the amount of strategic options the operator has. It also solves the issue of enemy size. Frau really knows her stuff. Too bad about that personality at first. You mean the best personality? To try and get a feel for M45's range, I try inputting a lower body throw command from while far away. M45 leans forward slightly and stretches its arms out to grab the honorary prez's legs. But as expected, the move whiffs. A complete miss. The prez is still way out of range. But now I pretty much have the range down for the long range throw.
やーい、空振り。
アキちゃん笑ってる暇があったら攻めたら？
もちろん攻めるよ。ゴー、種菓子マシンさんかい。
But by the time Prez starts moving forward again, I've already recovered into a neutral position. The honorary Prez approaches defenselessly.
コマンド。
Akiho's struggling with the command input process. I can never remember commands either. I suck at fighting games. What's the point of even having the KB system installed if she's like this? It was for you, dingus. She finally executes a command and attacks with a close range lariat, but I counter with a mid-body throw. M45 grabs both of Honorary Prez's arms, leans against him, and knocks him down. Prez gets smashed underneath.
俺に1ポイント。
Subaru pulls apart the tangled robots and stands them up again.
この前ロボワンを戦った時はこいつの投げの間合いは結構広いって感じたんだけど、実際にやってみるとそうでもないね。
それは先輩がまんまと僕の思惑にはまった結果でしょう。 M45 で戦う時は試合の最初の方で必ず腕を広げて挑発のポーズをするんです。それで対戦相手を惑わせるんですよ。 M45 は軽量タイプにしては腕を長めに設計してある。それが目の錯覚となって実際より長く感じてしまうわけです。
Huh. That's what that taunt was about.
だったら俺もそのポーズは継承した方がいい。
そうしてください。 そのポーズ専用のコマンドも入れてあります。
ああ、コマンド表にあった挑発ポーズってやつ？あれか。
This guy's thought of everything. Let's give this a shot. Once the command goes through, M45 spreads its arms out, its body rocking gently. After circling around to M45's side, Prez enters its range. How dare she try to attack me while I'm testing out a taunt? Still, not a bad strat.
アキちゃん汚いね。普段正義の巨大ロボを作ろうって言ってる人間とは思えないよ。
変形合体バンク中に攻撃を仕掛けた敵は一人もいないと思った？タブーは破ってもいいんだよ。くらえ、種子シアッパー。
Prez's arm comes scooping up at M45. Thanks to the recovery time from the earlier taunt, I can't dodge. Instead, I twist M45's body 90 degrees and face its back to the Prez. Then I smoothly transition into using the pile bunker. M45, on the verge of toppling over from the uppercut, still manages to use its pile bunkers. Their tips strike against the asphalt. The recoil from the pile bunker manages to push M45 back up. It then makes contact with the Prez, almost like a headbutt. Both robots topple down, M45 on top. That's clever! Reversal.
今のも俺にポイントつくよ。
In Robo 1 rules, that's a legit knockdown.
なかなか面白い使い方をしますね。ヤシオ先輩、今のパイルバンカーはとっさに思いついたんですか？
まあね。
I wouldn't have been able to come up with it in eight frames though.
読みだよ、読み。アキちゃんがアッパーを出してくるだろうっていう読みが外れてたら全く無意味な行動になってたわけで。今のはたまたまうまくいっただけ。
Juna stands both robots up for us as she smiles wryly at the frustrated Akio.
ほんの数分練習しただけでここまで M45 を使いこなすなんてさすがですよ。
What's this? Subaru's actually complimenting me? What's gotten into him?
本当にヤシオ先輩はゲームの腕だけは一級品ですね。
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
これでもう少しロボへの情熱を持っていればロボ部も今ほど腐っていなかったでしょう。
Oh, God, what a dick!
ロボでもロボットアニメでも全員一にはなれないでしょ。俺が介入できる余地なんて全くないじゃないか。だから興味ないわけ。俺は俺の腕だけで全員一になりたいんだよね。で、キルバラには倒したい相手もいたりする。どう？案外俺の行動原理は分かりやすいでしょ。もちろんロボ1だって出るからには全員一を狙う。俺の腕次第で狙える余地はあるわけだからね。
先輩にオペレーターを頼んだのは正解だったみたいですね。理解はできませんがリスペクトは。
Subaru's words stop abruptly. He's looking past me over my shoulders. He looks like he's seen a ghost. Uh-oh. It's busted. I turn around to find a man I've never seen before standing by the abandoned terminal. What a rugged dude. Though he's dressed pretty gaudily. He walks over with a big stride. It's as if he's exuding this unnatural aura. This dude's definitely pissed, though I have no clue why. He looks like the type who would punch you in the face if you said anything to him. That's the kind of old-fashioned look he has going.
誰？
I glance over at Akio, but she just shakes her head in confusion too. Datoku-san looks just as dumbfounded. I guess nobody knows him. Well, aside from one exception. There's one club member who's currently trembling, and it's Subaru. He steps back once, then twice. He looks like he's about to run away at any moment. As a result, his foot gets caught on the honorary Prez who just happens to be standing on the ground.
なんで？
スバル？あの人知り合い？
スバル！
The old man is now so close that we can hear his voice. He calls out to Subaru. I guess they do know each other. Subaru, on the other hand, he's frozen, crestfallenly hanging his head low. There's nothing but despair on his face. The older man completely ignores us and stops right in front of Subaru. Subaru keeps his face down. Maybe he's scared of making eye contact. I have a hunch this guy is Subaru's old man, but I don't intend on trying to confirm that for myself. Me, Akiho, and Juna can't do anything but watch what's about to unfold from the wayside.
どういうことだ？
違うんだ。
何が違う？
僕は
何が違う？黙ってちゃわからんだろうが。
ホビーロボで遊んでいました。
The older man swings one of his massive, thick arms, and his fist digs deep into Subaru's cheek. Wow. Subaru is knocked down to the ground with incredible force. Jeez, he just punched him. It's during this tense moment that Akio just dares to speak with the man. Akio, don't do it. All you'll do is make things worse. This isn't being brave, it's being reckless.
いきなり殴るのは良くないと思う。
部長、口を出さないでもらえますか。
Akio's reckless intervention is stopped in its tracks by Subaru's words.
これは部長には関係ないことです。
でも
Subaru staggers to his feet. His lips are cut open, bleeding a little.
お前は約束したはずだ。こんなおもちゃ遊びは二度としないと。その約束を破ったのか。
はい。
どういうことか説明しろ。
くて
ちゃんと答えろ。
夢だったから諦めきれなくて。
何が夢だ。高校生にもなって何を子供みたいなことを言ってる。
Judging by this conversation, that guy is definitely Subaru's old man. It's hard to believe that this rugged dude ripped from the Showa period and this snarky intellectual are related. So, this is about Subaru playing with toys. Is this why Subaru was hiding his identity by disguising himself as Mr. Pleiades?
なぜ俺が怒っているかわかるか、スバル。わかるかと聞いている。
未だにホビーロボで遊んでいるから。
お前が俺に隠れて約束を破っていたからだ。お前は自分で約束したんだ。もうロボットは全部捨てると。俺の後を継いで漁師になると。あの約束も嘘だったということが。は？
そんなんじゃ。
だったらこれは何だ。いつから俺に隠れて遊んでいた。
2年前。
2年前 ?2 年前だと。その間ずっと親を騙してきたということか。ふざけるな。
It all happened so fast, there was no time to stop him. Subaru's father grabbed M45. No, no! No! Smashed into the ground as hard as he could. The Robo 1 champ. The machine that Subaru worked so hard to build. The crumpled remains of M45 sit still on the ground, its arms and legs bent all out of shape.
こんなものは。
Subaru's father then tries to smash it one more time with his foot. Akio desperately grabs onto his leg.
そんなことやめてください。
Oh, Akiho, you still can't read the room, eh? Always acting reckless. This is sad. This has got really sad all of a sudden. This is brutal.
生きてるんです。スバルの思いが込められて生きてる。それをこんな壊しちゃうようなことしないで。悲しすぎるからやめてください。この子を傷つけることはスバルを傷つけるのと同じことだと思う。
Akiho.
部長、余計なことはしないでください。 これは部長には関係ないことですから。
スバル。
うちに帰ってからこのことについては詳しく聞かせてもらうからな。すぐに帰ってこい。
He angrily swipes Akio's arms away from his leg and leaves.
ということなので帰ります。M45 は適当に処分しておいてください。
処分って何言ってるの？
もう
I'm
いいんです。
I'm tearing up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
もう
I'm not gonna pretend.
僕の夢は終わったんで失礼します。
Subaru starts walking, his head still hanging low. He really intends on going home, just like that.
スバル。
After wiping away her tears with her wrist, Akio calls out to him.
またロボ部に出てくれるよね。ね。
Subaru doesn't turn around or answer her, he just leaves. I can imagine what kind of conversation is about to go down at his house. Subaru will probably just accept everything his father tells him. Heck, he looked like he knew it all was over once he got caught.
ごめん。守ってあげられなくて。
Akio sits down in front of M45. She gently caresses its damaged body with her fingers.
このロボット直せたりしないのかな。
純ちゃんもロボに愛着感じるようになった？
まだよくはわからないけど、ただ私も小さい頃に大切にしていたぬいぐるみをお父さんに勝手に捨てられたことあって、その時とっても悲しかったから、それと似たような感じなのかなって。うん、きっとそう。きっと。ジュン、覚えといてね。日本人って物にも魂を宿らせちゃう人種なの。ロボットアニメが日本で昔から人気だったのはね、その辺が関係してたりするんだ。そうなんだ。
まあ確かにそういう傾向は強いけど、だからって全員が全員そうだとは決めつけない方がいいよ。スバル君が M45 にどれだけ愛着を感じていたかはわからないでしょ。修理するのはそんなに大変じゃないさ。それこそ毒に頼めばあっという間だろうね。
His sign does say robot clinic after all. Unlike humans, hobby robots can be fixed. But
ロボは直せてもスバル君はどうかな。
どうって？
心が折れちゃったら立ち直るのは大変でしょ。
ああ、そっか。うん、そうだね。それもよくわかる。
I bet Juna's thinking of her time in the karate club. For me, I never stopped playing games even after Misane bodied me endlessly as a kid. Uh-oh. I glance at Akio. She's crouched down with her head pressed against her chest.
アキちゃん、発作？
She doesn't answer.
アキホちゃん？
ああ、大丈夫大丈夫。
I help Akio up by embracing her shoulders. All the life has been drained from her face. Her eyes are staring off into the distance. Her entire body is powerless, left at my mercy. I guess all this fuss took an emotional toll on her. I place Fink into her hand, and she weakly grabs onto it.
純ちゃんさ、まず深呼吸して落ち着こうか。
Juna does what she's told and takes 2 deep breaths.
とりあえず30分もすればアキちゃんは元通りになると思うからさ。悪いんだけど今からジュース買ってきてくれない？金は後で払うよ。スコールとフルーツサワーメロン。スコールはペットボトルね。
わかった。
Despite being on the verge of tears, Juna nonetheless runs off to buy some drinks for us. Time to call Akio's house and have them pick her up. I look down at M45 still lying still on the ground. I guess I'll store it in the hangar after I send Akio home. Subaru told us to toss it, but there's no way I can just throw it away like that. It's just... I guess going to the Robo 1 World Tournament isn't happening anymore. With those thoughts running through my mind, I watch as the sun sets and the sky turns purple. Wow, okay. And with my soul completely shattered, and my heart wholly broken, I'm gonna save it. Yeah, save it, and say goodbye. I definitely won't be crying for the next couple of hours. This. Oof. Oof, yes, big oof. That was a lot. Can't handle all these emotions. Alright, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I will come back again. I never know how to end these. Do I just say bye and then click the thing? Bye. Click. Thanks for watching.